Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to a new series on my channel called Team of the Season Trophy Hunt, which is sort of revolved around the new Team of the Season players released each week as well as the new tournaments released. So the objective is kind of simple. It's a bit of a road to glory style of series. We'll try and win as many trophies as possible during the period of Team of the Season. And we'll be playing in two kinds of tournaments. We'll be playing in the Team of the Season tournament and the Championship tournament. So the Team of the Season tournaments are basically, as we now have the Premier League Team of the Season released, we also have a Premier League Team of the Season tournament out, and in a few days time we'll get a new Team of the Season and most likely a new Team of the Season tournament. So if we happen to win one of the Team of the Season tournaments, we get a player from the current week's Team of the Season. So if we go out and win the Premier League Team of the Season tournament, we'll get a Premier League Team of the Season player into our club. If we win the Championship tournament, we get a player from a previous week's Team of the Season. So if we win the Championship tournament now, we can pick a player from the most consistent Team of the Season. And as the series goes along and more Team of the Season are released, we'll have more players to pick from when we win the Championship tournament. And yeah, you guys will of course have a saying in which players we should get into our club. Now each week with a new Team of the Season released, we'll build a silver team to compete in the new Team of the Season tournament, and we'll pick one Team of the Season player from the newly released Team of the Season to compete. For example, right here now you'll see I built a Premier League squad with one Team of the Season player, and that is Bolassi, and then this team will compete in the Premier League Team of the Season tournament. But of course in a few days time that will be expired and we'll get a new tournament to compete in, and we cannot really use this team because the requirements are most likely from a specific league when competing in these tournaments. So this team can be used in the Championship tournament, and in the Championship tournament we can use all the players we collect to compete with, so we can sort of build a team and play with them. So as we collect more and more Team of the Season players, our squad for the Championship tournament will get really strong, and hopefully it will make it easier for us to win it. Whereas each week we'll build a new silver team and try and improve it by just winning the tournament and get more Team of the Season players, if that makes sense. It will make sense as we go along, I'd say, and hopefully you understood the rules here. But yeah, jumping into the first game of the series and this first episode, we come up against a pretty strong team, and that is probably something we'll face in most of the games we'll play, but it's also a bit of the challenge, I suppose. We'll be playing with a silver team with one, maybe two, three Team of the Season players, depending on how many we unlock, and we'll face gold teams, which most likely also will have Team of the Season players into them. And yeah, for my first game, you can see my opponent had Team of the Season Kane and Bolassi, and a pretty strong gold team around them, but that didn't matter because our Bolassi was able to score a beautiful goal in the beginning of the game, going past several defenders to make it 1-0, 9 minutes in. A very, very good start to the series, and I was actually trying out Matt Phillips' long shot as he did in real life for QPR, but on the game, it was not a very good shot, to be fair, and just went way wide off the goal. And it was a game where my opponent also got a few chances, but Schmeichel with a good save there in the net, and then we'd see Matt Phillips on the ball again, and instead of trying out a long shot, I tried a bit of a skill run with him, going into the box, and now look at that chip. That is a beautiful chip. I loved how the keeper and the defender, both of them trying to get the ball, the Walker there with the bicycle kick clearance, not able to get the ball, and it goes into the top corner. What a beautiful goal from Matt Phillips, and he was at it again in the 43rd minute, trying out a chip, but Courtois would have it saved this time around, and it remained at 2-0. Schmeichel again with a very good save in the net, keeping that clean sheet for us, but then Bolassi to break on through here. But luckily for us, my opponent could not hit the back of the net in this match, and instead it's our Bolassi to break on through and get a very soft penalty in my opinion, but still would step up for that. Bolassi would score it and make it a 3-0, and our fans celebrating there with our good performance in the first round of the tournament. But I couldn't keep my opponent away from scoring a goal. Bolassi had to break on through in the 84th minute, but it didn't really matter too much. The game was pretty much closed at this point in time, and actually to make it even better, we'd score a beautiful volley there with Bolassi to make it 4-1 and complete his hat-trick. What a goal that was. Nice curve on that volley, and yeah, we win the round of 16th of the Premier League Team of the Season tournament, and we move on through into the quarterfinals, which will just keep on going with the same squad and see if we can win that round. And I'll come up against yet another pretty strong Premier League team. Not as good as the other one. There is no team of the season players in this one, but still, Walcott, Schürrle, and Balotelli were players you saw a lot in the start of Ultimate Team when playing in divisions. Those were sort of the players a lot of people went to because they were good players and effective players, and that was what I saw right from the start of the game. We played 13 minutes and my opponent was already up 2-0. I think it was Balotelli scoring both of the goals. Just a terrible start for me, and my opponent was just pushing on, trying to score more and more goals, and I was really struggling in the start. But then 19th minute, we get into the box, and that should have been a penalty, but the referee didn't give anything, and instead my opponent with a shot on the post there. Lucky for me, it didn't go in, and I just cleared it away. Bit of a panic clearance. But then finally, 26th minute, I got some proper attacking play going, playing it back and forth, and then Bolasie on the ball, breaking on through. And we make it 2-1. We get a goal back, give ourselves a bit of hope that we might be able to get back into the game. And then beginning of the second half, we get a lucky touch from my opponent's defender for Bolasie to score yet another goal to make it 2-2. Walker breaking on through, Schmeichel with a good save. And then this was pretty much the picture of the game. It just started bouncing back and forth. And right from his chance, I got on the ball with Matt Phillips, showing what he can do, just like he did in the last game. We'll pass it into the middle to Koyate, backheel to Anderson, on to Asaidi. Dummy, he stops up with the fake shot, a little reverse elastico, and he fires it into the back of the net to make it 3-2, give us the lead, and the team is celebrating because we came back from being down 2-0 to make it 3-2. I'm pushing on for a fourth goal just to close the game, but I could not get it there. 88th minute, Asaidi on the ball here, just running back and forth around these two defenders, and eventually gets in for the shot to make it 4-2, close the game off, and win us the quarterfinals of the tournament. And their away fans, they're celebrating for us, winning 2 goals from Bolasie, 2 goals from Asaidi, and that is pretty much going to be where we end off the first episode of this new series. We got 2 wins and 0 losses so far, so pretty good start, and we'll see if we can continue that in the next episode. Apart from that, I hope you did enjoy this series, and I hope you'll enjoy it for the future, because I think it could be a pretty fun way to include the new team of the season, the players, and play in the new tournaments and such. So apart from that, I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and that's all. I'll talk to you later.